All indications are Drakkar Klose is not enough to improve his UFC mark to 10-3.
All three judges scored this contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Drakkar Klose.
Godinez with a lot of confidence in her chin.
For the winner by unanimous decision, Lupy Godinez.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered, a UFC and Fanatics original production. Matt and I are both a mess today. Matt's having computer issues, so he's doing it on his phone. My microphone, as people know, continually shits the bed. So now I'm just using regular computer audio. My backdrop is falling over. It's a mess right now, but we'll get through it, Matt. I have faith in our ability.
Listen, sometimes when shit like this happens, we just roll with it, bro.
We do, and we have Lupy Gadinez is on today. A great win over Andrade, and Drakkar Klose, a great win over Edson Barboza. Both were really good fights, 29-28 wins, but really close fights. Edson thought he won that fight, but I thought it was the right decision.
I thought it was the right decision. I like his right hand. I like him mixing in the clinch. We have a lot to talk about. We also have the great new middleweight champ, Khamzat. Khamzat is just, we got to talk a lot about that. Drakus, his never say die attitude. Oh, it's going to be a fun show.
And we have Drakkar Klose is in the waiting room. Let's bring him in because I'm very interested that he said he didn't watch a lot of tape on Barboza, which is really, but again, I guess when a guy's been fighting that long, you're kind of familiar with him. So you could bring Drakkar in. We'd love to have him in.
What's up, Drakkar?
I'm doing good.
Congrats, man.
Thank you, man. Beat a legend.
You beat a legend, dude. And you didn't get kicked too much, I don't feel. Could have been way worse.
No, he would. I seen him leaving to the airport. He was on crutches and a boot, so I think he had the most damage.
Well, your foot stomps, like I've seen a lot of guys have foot stomps, but yours were so nasty, man. It was like you were just aiming for the toes. It was a really effective strategy.
Of course, you know what I mean? He's good with those switch kicks. You got to take a weapon away.
Yeah, he blocked in the beginning, right? Like in the first round, a couple of calf kicks, but I think you blocked one and then you threw your own. I think did you do something to discourage him from throwing them? Because he didn't throw them like he normally does.
Yeah, that whole my game plan at first, I was going to try to avoid his kicks, but then like later in the fight week, I was like, I might as well circle towards his kick leg because then I know when he's going to kick. You know what I mean? And that kind of worked out perfect.
I like the way you were initiating that clinch. It didn't even look like you were really so much going for a takedown. You would be clinching them and then letting that right hand was so damn accurate. Was that the game plan, to just smother him a little bit, get the blood in his joint?
Yeah, just smother him because dude, he carries a lot of muscle. Like going in that second, he was already tired. He was all swollen, and that was the game plan. Just go in there, make him work, let him use it. I'm surprised he tried to wrestle me up on it. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with just chilling here and let you burn your arms out.
Well, it was interesting to watch you too when you were in the clinch up against the cage. I think it was your right leg you were lifting, and you were like healing him in the calf. And they were saying how you're good to do that because you no fear of him taking you down whatsoever.
No, he's not a jiu-jitsu guy, so I had no fear of going on the ground. But if he wanted to take it on the ground, I have 0 submission attempts in the UFC, and I wanted to try to go for a submission attempt, but then the opportunity didn't come. So
there's stuff you're pulling off in the academy, in the gym that you haven't shown yet as far as the submission skills.
Yeah, I don't know. Every fight I just try to beat someone up, I never look for a submission. Like there's been fights where I'll have someone back and I'll just try to pound them out instead of just grabbing their neck. So I'm gonna go at least for a submission. I'm gonna get one before my career's over.
You want one?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah.
Did you really watch no tape on him? Because guys approach watching tape differently, and they were saying that you just kind of left it up to your coaches. And I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with him. You've seen him fight before. But normally you would watch more, or normally do you not watch at all?
No, this one I watched zero because I watched before, and I would watch so much where I would kind of guess my skills. I just let my coaches watch it, and they just told my teammates what to do. And I think that worked perfect for me instead of just going in there thinking about him, but being aware, but just not thinking about him as much.
That's a good point, man. Sometimes guys get obsessed with watching tape, and then they build up you're seeing this guy head kicking and kicking legs, and you get that guy in your head too much of what he could do. He's the guy locked in the cage with you. You're the dangerous mother effer. I mean, that's the attitude to have, no, Drakkar?
Yep. And like right before we walk out, they're showing all his highlights on the thing, and my coach kind of just walked in front of it. He's like, "You don't need to see this shit."
Hey, you had him really hurt. I think it was the second round, in the beginning of the second round, or was that where you had him really hurt? I was surprised that he made it through that round. Did you think you were going to be able to put him away, or was there something that indicated that he had recovered?
Man, I thought I was going to put him away. But I think in that second round, I had hopefully there's no tear in my shoulder, but I think I tore my shoulder in that second round just by some clinch stuff. So hopefully it's nothing bad.
Oh, because I was going to ask you when you think about getting back in there, but you might be a little banged up.
Yeah, I can't even lift my arm right now. So hopefully I'm in Michigan right now. Fly out tomorrow. Hopefully I can get my MRI tomorrow and figure out what's wrong.
Did you notice his movement? I think it was Joe that commented. Did you notice his movement was compromised at all? Because Joe said it looked like he was having a hard time kind of basing off that left foot. Did you, which again was directly because of what you were doing in the clinch. Did you notice that, or did you not catch it while it was happening?
I did notice because he was able to throw that switch kick right at the beginning of the fight. And after messed his foot up, I don't think he threw another switch kick. So definitely knew Chad took one of his weapons away.
Yeah, and they were also talking about, which was I thought was because the calf kick is such a devastating weapon, but it wasn't always there. And they said that you experienced it from Benson Henderson and you were hurt for 3 months.
Oh man, yeah. First time at the gym, he gave me a good calf kick. Man, that thing hurt for so long, and it kind of messed up my training, for the next couple months. So you kind of got to learn how to, check, and then you get better at throwing them.
Yeah, man, I'm glad I left the sport before they were in the sport. But I'll tell you though, I did love you stomping those little piggies. A lot of people, not enough guys do that enough, man. I used to love doing that. Just and not only that, it makes an impression on the judges too. And you're not just holding them up against the cage; you're stomping their feet. Well,
man, I think my style, dude. I'm just trying to win, man. If your finger's on the ground, I'm gonna stomp that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like anything to win. Like it's a fight. I think too many people are like technical, dude. I treat it like a bar fight, dude. Whatever I need to do to fucking win.
Why do you think some guys don't do that? Because the foot stomping is it seems very effective. Why do you think some guys don't do it in the clinch? Is it like this weird agreement people have? They're not going to do it to each other without actually saying it?
I don't know, to be honest. Like when I used to do it in my old fights, all my teammates would talk shit to me. Like, oh, why you just stumping his foot? I'm like, fuck. You know how many people I've stumped their foot and I've seen them roll away in a wheelchair?
Yeah, it hurts. It looks like I've seen it done before, but I've never seen it where I felt like, wow, that's really effective. You could see that's bothering.
You should let me give you one.
Yes.
I would prefer not. No, I'll put on a steel toe boot. You could do it, but even that would probably hurt. And what is the, like when you're when because he does have such a great switch kick. It's just such a fun thing to watch. What is the key to stopping something like that? Because it's so fast, he doesn't indicate he's doing it. When you're fighting someone like that, what's the best way to stop something like that?
To be honest, I think I had pretty good eyes. Like even if he would have got a couple in there, I was gonna look for that too, right down the middle with him. Every time he throws a kick, he kind of stops there and his hands drop. So, you know, I was already going to hit him with my two, regardless if he had made it through or I had blocked it. So, but just, you know, train for it. Have good eyes.
I know the division is so stacked, and now you're a little banged up, but when you are ready to get back in there, is it just anybody above you in the rankings, or do you got a name? It always helps when you got a name. Does he got anybody on your... Go ahead.
You know, I seen Benil after my fight, and I was like, hey, let's run it back. And it sounded like he really didn't want that to happen. So if I can get that Benil fight back, you know what I mean? But I don't think he wants it. Once, you know, people are in those top, they never want to fight behind. It's like, man, come on. You've been grandfathered in there for so long. Let your boy get a bone.
And in that fight, to point that out, that's one, listen, you've done so much, nothing should keep you up at night. But it's one of those where it's a laces out one where you're like, dude, you were right there. And I've had those moments, like the victory is right there, and then next we get caught. So yeah, it makes sense you'd want to get that back, especially you could hurt him.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? As long whoever the UFC gives me it's like I always call out these dudes, and then they give me someone totally different. You know what I mean? And then I wouldn't mind fighting Alvarez. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't win that fight, but dude, there was a lot of stuff going on personally. Like, my brother had got murdered.
Oh man!
4 months prior, you know, I thought I had a great camp and all that, and you know, right before we made the walk, I start crying. You know what I mean? So I wasn't there mentally.
That's rough, man.
You know what I mean? And you know, it's been a year since his passing. He passed away August 5th. So we're actually on his way to go visit him right now at his burial. So
condolences, man. That's brutal.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like just time, you know, heals everything. You know, I talked to Mark Kerr, and he was like, you never get over it. You just need to learn how to live with it, you know, and that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, because something so tough. How do you keep it from? Is it just a little bit of time that keeps it from becoming debilitating? Like, you can never shake it, but and guys will fight for someone sometimes, but even that makes it present and very difficult to probably concentrate on what you're doing. So how do you kind of like not get beyond it, but put it to the side while you're doing something?
No, just do it in his honor. You know, I think like when I try to do it with Alvarez, I think it was just too early, but I would never change that, you know, those emotions and feelings that I had. You know, I think it made me a better person. And what's crazy is Barboza was one of my brother's favorite fighters, and getting the opportunity to go out there and beat Barboza, dude, it made it so much, you know, more special.
Oh, that is something.
Yeah. And I hope your shoulder's okay, man. I hope you get your MRI tomorrow, and we see you fighting again before the end of the year. If you're healthy, that would be great.
Yeah, definitely. Like December, I wanted to fight in Rio, October, but I think that's out of the deck right now. So,
hey, if you got to be injured, it's always better after a fucking victory, buddy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right now, you'd be miserable, dude. You're in a good spot. You got a huge feather in the cap right there with a legend like Edson, man. So
I picked up my 10th UFC win. You know, a lot of people can't say they have 10 UFC wins.
Yeah,
that's huge, bro. That's huge, and what a guy to do it with. Yeah, you know.
And he looked good. Barboza looked good. You just looked better. But he definitely looked good, and he's still dangerous. So you still beat him.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks because they're like, oh, our Barboza's done. It's like Leon Murphy just fought him not too long ago, and he's going to be fighting for a title next. You know what I mean? It's like, it feels like a lot of people don't give me credit for my skills. You know what I mean? It just, but it is what it is.
Hey,
just keep lining them up, and I'm going to knock them down.
Use it, man. You listen. You got our respect, Drakkar. You had it before this fight. I know what I'm looking at, you barbarian.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like watching you fight. It's got and you say you know the technique. You are technical, but you got that berserker in you, which is nice.
Yeah,
You
you know
know?
what I mean? It's you got to have some of that craziness. People don't know how to react to that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like it, man. Keep stomping feet and keep throwing that fucking right hand. You got the world by the balls, Drakkar. I can't wait to see who they match you up with next.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
Jimmy, we got fights to talk about.
We do. We look, Matt. Let me. What there's a couple of guys. Obviously, Shemaev was unbelievable. Carlos Prates rebounded really, really well. Looked
Why don't we
incredible.
talk about that one?
I was going to mention Michael Venom Page. Also, I mean, those three guys I think were the most impressive guys on the card.
Yeah, Michael Venom Page. I know that last round, Jared was having success.
Yeah.
You know? But, man, the way he would step in with those strikes, how he dropped them once and twice. The other ones, he hit him like I don't know if it was a 1-2 and then like a push. And he like pushed them off balance. It was so cool.
Is it the first time in UFC history that there ever been back-to-back elbow knockouts, Prates and Lerone Murphy? Has it ever been two fights in a row where devastating elbows ended the fight?
I don't think back to back like that. That was something else, man.
Prates, as you could hear, they redid it, and it was like you could hear that it sounded like a bat. They said, and it did sound like a baseball bat.
You know, when I said I'm not making it about me,
No,
but when I did say that I was choosing Prates in the first round,
yeah,
Dean Thomas goes, man, versus Jeff Neal? And I said, yes. That's my story. So my point is that it's not a long story or really.
it was a good story.
Thank you, Jimmy. I didn't want to downplay the story, but the story was basically is that I know that Jeff Neal he is dynamic, but to hurt somebody, you got to be there. You know, you're there to get hurt. He is his striking. It's not only that it's accurate. He throws different shit. He throws things out of nowhere. He doesn't do a traditional Muay Thai, a traditional boxing. Those fighting nerds are something different.
Yeah, and a tremendous rebound after a good fight with Gary and a tough loss. Like this was a really good rebound for Prates.
You know, there was a fighting this girl Silva who was with the Fighting Nerds. Could you look up that fight for me? Because my notes are not right in front of me.
Oh yeah.
Because of my situation today.
Yeah, a nice decision over Barboza.
I thought that was a just decision. I know the commentators didn't think so, but I watched that and I thought it was just. I thought it came down to that third, and she won the second, Silva. So I think the crowd gave us some shit too, but I don't think that was a bad decision.
And by the way, we should congratulate our buddy Chase Hooper, Alexander Hernandez. Congratulations to him, a first round knockout of Chase, who's not easy to put away. But Hernandez, they pointed out that some fights he's looked amazing, other fights he has not looked amazing, and in this fight he looked really great.
He's always had that skill set, and then Cowboy got him that time when I think he was moving up a little too soon, like in a sense where he got maybe a little too cocky. And then Cowboy humbled him. And then he came back to get some really good victories. And, everybody knows what Chase wants to do. Even when he's using his strikes, it's usually to get a hold of somebody. And that was accurate as heck, man, that strike. It was a right hand, was it?
I think so, but it might have been a left. I don't remember. I mean, there's only two options.
It was one or the other, and it was right.
I just don't remember, yeah.
Yeah, but it was accurate, and it was he was out from that. And,
Also, Olejniczuk over Mearshart, first round stoppage. There was some really good stoppages in this card. Mikhail Olejniczuk over Gerald Mearshart in the first.
Gerald had a hard time getting into the fight. There's times when he looks like he's getting beaten, and then he comes back and pulls off a submission. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, Gerald is always a fight away from getting back and getting a limb, but he had a hard time just getting comfortable in there.
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
And also, I did not remember I was going to pick Kai Asakura over Tim Elliott, but I
Oh
think
my goodness, that was great.
I wound up going to Ferreira King Green, which got canceled because Bobby hurt his foot. I think it was his foot or his leg. But Tim Elliott, man, is he just a fun guy to watch. I'm glad I didn't pick against him because I would have.
He's very awkward, and I'll tell you, that was really something because that first round he was getting outstruck, but then he started landing his own lefts. I mean, he was doing double left hooks. He's got an interesting style, to say the
Very
least.
fun to watch.
He got that first takedown in the first round, and at the end of it, and that did it after eating a leg kick to the head, and he still got him down, which was interesting. Not many guys do that. He was getting outstruck because Masakura was landing some good strikes.
Yes,
I mean accurate, but he was a little afraid to really let loose because he was afraid of getting taken down in that second round, and that it led Tim being able to land his strikes. You know?
Yeah, it was great, and I remember watching that. I'm like, did I pick against him? I mean, I'm glad I didn't because he's just so awkward. You can't. I'm sure a very difficult guy to prepare for. Tim Elliott.
That neck was open for a second for that guillotine when he got it. That was really something. You know.
And it's funny. The reason I was just a little distracted, man, I was looking because we had mentioned before Chimaev, who again. They pointed out probably the most dominant performance by a challenger ever. MVP and Prates, all three guys look so good. They're each getting, and this is why I love this whole thing they're doing with the with Tops. All three of these guys are getting their own UFC 319 specific cards to commemorate the victories, which is so smart to do these in real time. If you're a card collector, you're gonna have a chance to get your hands on some really cool UFC 319 cards. From the middleweight champion, a Brazilian welterweight beast, and a guy in MVP who is well positioned to take on the best at either 170 and 185. I want to talk about that too, because the best thing you can do is stay locked in with Tops on social media. Follow these guys; they're great. TOPPS on Instagram, and we can't really stress this enough. Head on over to tops.com. You can sign up for notifications, so you really don't miss out on finding out which of these cards will include an autographed version. But I think that this is so smart they're doing this, these immediate cards for these exciting wins. And let's talk about
Aaron Pico, or you had somebody else to talk about?
I was going to mention MVP's options, but yeah, Aaron Pico, that fight with Lerone Murphy, who what was he, a couple weeks to prepare for that? And what a devastating win that was, man.
Like I feel that he's such a bull, that Aaron Pico, and so confident.
Yeah.
That again, when you're looking to hurt somebody, you're in the danger zone to get hurt. Also, he's almost fearless, where he was really going after him. I really like Aaron Pico. I think he's got so much potential, and he was really just going after him. But then, you got to give it to Lerone. I mean, that was
a devastating elbow.
Aaron should get some rest after that. And give his brain a little bit of time to rest and get back in there. But
yes,
it's scary seeing people get knocked out like that because that could take some off your career. You know what I mean?
Also, yes, and let's bring in Lupy Godinez, Matt, who had a great fight and a very good win over Jéssica Andrade, who I thought looked good, but Lupy just had an incredible first 2 rounds and survived Jessica's kind of. A good third round. So you will bring her in.
Hello.
Hey, Lupy.
Hello, Loopy.
Hi.
How are you?
Congratulations. Do you need those sunglasses on? Is it bright in there or is it that bad? Let me see. Oh, don't look at that. You can leave them on if you like. It's up to you. You don't look bad though.
Okay.
Cool. Let me tell you, we are first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, on paper, it almost looks like a scary fight if you had the wrong game plan, because you really had to believe in your hands in this fight, because Andrade is very good at taking away the takedowns and putting her hands on people. So, man, your striking coach must be very happy with you today.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's really happy. He made me feel confident in my hands, but also he's like, if we have problems, we know you can go to the ground and beat her up on the ground. So like the whole camp, we just make sure I was gonna be comfortable in anywhere we went.
Were you surprised because she had a good third round? She's very durable. Were you surprised at her ability to stop the takedowns, even though everyone knows she's good at that? But she was really, really impressive, and I think that she must have been shocked at how good your hands were. So it was almost like, were you surprised at how good she was at stopping the takedown?
No, I wasn't surprised or anything because, she's a former champion for a reason. She's been around forever in the UFC. She has fought every single girl in there in all weight classes, right? So many girls, so many styles, so many different, like a lot of strong girls, strong girls. So wrestlers, strikers, you name it. So no, we were ready. We knew, and I was expecting, hard fight.
Did you do specifically a lot of boxing for this? I mean, there's one thing to say you're going to throw your hands with Andrade, but there's another thing to do it, knowing that she's putting girls to sleep before. Did you specifically have that game plan of, all right, I know you said you prepared for everything and your coach said you could always add in the grappling, but was it, we're going to try our hands with her? Are we going to?
Yeah. So my coach really focused on sharpening my hands, like making sure my hands were perfectly in my face every time I punch, not dropping them too low because we know she can knock you out, right, with one punch. So like, honestly, like it was a repetition of this, and then he will hit me, and if my hand is down, it was a slap on the face and just back and forth, and the whole team did a good job of just mimicking her with the hooks. And when I was there, I just felt so comfortable and being just going with her. And then I was able to see when she was gonna come, because this takes longer than this one's, right?
The punches.
So I was just like trying to be like focused on when she was gonna come to attack, to just meet her right in the middle, like, in the pipe, or get out. And it worked out. And my coach is definitely really happy.
I think it was either Joe or one of them commented on how well you were keeping your hands by your head, like how defensively responsible you were being. So it showed, because I think that they even made note of how good you were at keeping your hands up.
Yeah, definitely. That was a drill that we did every single time. And, every sparring, that was the main focus. He didn't care about anything else other than my hands had to be up every single round. We tend to drop our hands after we get a little bit lazy, shoulders start fatiguing. But it was like that was the main focus for the whole camp, pretty much.
Does it feel like everything's coming together now? Your grappling's always been amazing. Your striking's never been bad, but it's never looked better. You feel like we're up in levels now? I mean, is it all coming together?
Yeah, definitely. This is my second camp here in Canada, in Vancouver, with the Joneses, and they've been around for a long time, and they've been really working on my striking and making sure I hit the next level.
Was her power, because again, in the third round, she made a push, you withstood it. Was her power what you expected? It's something to train for somebody, and then it's another thing when they're actually for real hitting you and trying to knock you out. What was her power compared to what you expected?
Yeah, since everybody was talking about how strong she is, how hard she hits, I was expecting this like 200 pounds power in my face, right. So like, when I got into the cage, it wasn't 200 pounds hitting, a man hitting me. So like, I imagining that it was going to be even bigger than what it was, like the power. So I was surprised of like, oh, it's not, she hits hard and she put people to sleep. We seen it, but it's not like I thought it was going to be even more, Definitely she hits hard and definitely she's strong. I tell you that much.
Yeah, you were ready. If you were ready for it though, and it wasn't Francis Ngannou. It was just, you know, she hit hard, but you were ready for it.
Exactly. Yes.
Now, Lupy, here we are in August. It's nice that you were in shape for the summer, but do you have any plans now? You gonna do anything to relax? I mean, you know, you're still in shape. You know, you're gonna summertime. Well, it's
Yeah.
still here. You got any plans to do anything now to relax a little bit?
Yeah, definitely hit some of the lakes, go to the beach here and there in BC, Vancouver. You know, I'm waiting to see what's next, and then I can plan around like a nice vacation. But you know, right now everything is work. You know, I'm just focusing on my fighting, and eventually everything will. You know, I will be able to enjoy it.
When did you move to Canada? This is a new thing? Is this quite recent?
Well, I've been in Canada for 17 years.
Oh, I'm way off. Okay.
Yeah, but
What am I saying?
yeah, but like I did my like few camps before in Mexico, around Mexico, and like I like to, you know, travel. So yeah.
Oh, so now you're doing your camps in Canada.
Yeah.
And it is the second one.
The second time, I mean, I used to have with another team here when I started in the UFC, and then I moved few fights to Mexico just to try it out. And then I'm back here with a new team in Vancouver, in Canada.
And it must be going well then.
Yes.
All right, good.
And are you going to want to fight before the end of the year? I'm sure. Are you looking to get back in December, or how banged up are you, and when do you think you'd be ready to go again?
Yeah, I mean, November. That sounds like more like safer. You know, like just to heal up so I can get back to training properly and start sparring, because I gotta take care of my body, right? I can't bang it up too much.
Is there anybody specific? Do you want just anybody higher in the rankings, or do we got a name?
I don't have a name, but top 3, that'll be great. You know.
Heck, you just took out a champion, a former champ.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you know there is few options, but I'm just, you know, waiting to see what the UFC comes back with. You know, my management, and go from there.
Well, congrats. It was a great fight. And again, you withstood that third round. So it was nice to know that even when she turned it on, you were still able to deal with whatever it was she was throwing at you.
Yeah, I was actually quite happy that, I mean, obviously it's so nice to go take down, submit, and go home and everything clean, right? But at the same time, I was happy to be able to stay for 3 rounds with her, with the former champ, with as powerful as she is, and all of the experience for 3 rounds, and for me to be able to think and you know, to be like, okay, you know, like put this in my brain when I was fighting, and just be able to have time to think and to even plan things when I was in the cage, like it's huge.
Well, you beat a very good version of Andrade. Like, you know, she looked good in the fight. She didn't look bad. She didn't look unprepared. She looked really good. So it's nice to know, obviously, you went 3 rounds with a good version of her.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I wanted, to have, like, you know, the best version of whatever Jéssica is. I wanted that, and I think we got it.
And not to mention, yes, everyone loves the quick either submission or knockout in round 1. But for you personally, you know, this experience is invaluable. This grows you as a fighter way more than just getting that sub, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Loopy, let me ask you, we're partnered up with Fanatics.
Yes.
And they this is a question we like to ask fighters. If you could get an autograph from any athlete, dead or alive, who would it be?
Who would it be? Any athletes? You know, I started fighting because of Ronda Rousey, so I'm gonna pick her.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I still love watching Ronda throwing people and arm locking. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's great. That's good. Yeah, she inspired a lot of people, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. It was great.
Well,
Good answer.
Great, and a great win. Congrats.
Yes.
It was really, really good fight. 29-28. You were just, it was terrific, man. It was a really exciting fight to watch, and I was happy that you were able to get that win. So we'll talk to you again and heal up, and hopefully see you by November.
Heck yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Congrats, Loopy.
Summer.
Enjoy the rest of your summer. Jimmy.
Yes, buddy.
Oh, and someone only, it's a request. Edson Barboza fought over the weekend. And, I get more than one. You son of a bitch. You know what? I know you still hear me. So they go, Matt, you have not done the Barboza song.
Who says that? Who says
I look it up on my phone, but it's
I
a
want
band.
names. Who says, Matt, you have not done the Barboza song?
I don't know, man, but for some reason they just it's just maybe it's the I don't know if it's the lyrics or if it's just the way Barboza, Edson Barboza, you're only a kick away. Barboza, Edson Barboza. Congratulations, Drakkar Klose. Anyway, listen. We got it in.
I mean, I am relieved.
I could do another hour now.
Let's before we wrap up. Not that I don't want to continue talking. What do you think of MVP? Who does he fight next? Because he looked really, really good, man. He's a very frustrating guy for people. No one's been able to figure out. Cannonier had a hard time with him. Obviously Kevin Holland had a hard time with him. He's just an impossible guy.
Nickel.
Wow, interesting.
Hey, interesting. I don't know if they want to do that to Bo right now, though, because that could be hard. I don't know. He has a way of, but that's a clash of styles right there.
I know. I kind of want to see him.
You kind of like that matchup, don't you?
I do. It's a great matchup. There's also,
but it doesn't really make sense though. Bo's off of MVP's been winning. Bo has to get back on the horse.
Yeah,
so that's not really a great. That's just me being a fan.
Yeah, but I know it's still stylistically a very good matchup.
I taught today escaping side control and getting into the crucifix and transitioning into Kimura from there. Drake, when you get that crucifix on, whether it's guys like BJ Penn who can put their legs behind their neck, or guys like Drakus who are very explosive. Drakus probably explodes out of that with a lot of people, but at the highest level, when you get guys like Kamzat or a guy like DC putting you into the crucifix, man, you really have to have proper side control escapes. You can't just rely on your athleticism.
And he was trying to buck out of it. He was trying to just buck out of it.
When you really have to, you can't if you can't control the person on top of you, you can't control where your arms are. So when you're reaching and you're holding the guy because you don't want to get hit, you're keeping him on top of you. You might have to get struck getting out, but otherwise you're there all day long. So Drake is Kamzat, when he was getting side control, sitting through the judo position we call, when he sits through with his legs, he was just killing that near side arm. And now it doesn't matter. I'll tell you though, anybody else, Drakus has an unbelievable willpower and just mental fortitude, is because the way he was able, every round was getting just worse and or else just rinse and repeat the same thing. Yeah. The fourth round, in between rounds, he's like, I got this. I got this. I got to stop him. Man, that's something to be really admired, whether it's a little delusional or not. He almost did make something happen that last round. That's how strong his mind was. The first time Kamzat ever got taken down.
He tried for the guillotine, I think, twice in the fight. I want to say it was in the first round and in the fifth round, I think. And let me ask you, because he was looking to his left, he was taking almost no damage because Chimaev just couldn't. When he looked the other way, he was getting hit with elbows, but he was really smart and he buried his face higher into his to his left, and all he was doing was these little light punches. And again, the ref knew that they weren't really doing damage, so he wasn't getting beaten up. What should Chimaev have done to somehow have done more damage? Like is there a way?
What I would have thought would have been nice. If you watch Renzo Gracie, Renzo's money at this. Renzo defeated Maurice Smith, who outweighed him by like 40 pounds, if not more. Side control, when he has him in that crucifix, if he brought his leg that's closest to his head over his head with those long legs and triangled it, That other arm is out there just to get Kimura, Americaned, straight arm locked.
Okay.
It is just a problem, if that makes sense to you. So
Yeah.
he's sitting through with one right knee's in his armpit. Or I'm sorry, his leg's got his one arm. He got him in the crucifix.
Yeah.
The leg that's closest to the head. He gets the head and he brings it over and locks a triangle.
Yeah.
That arm is just out there. But there is a chance the guy could explode out. But, I think Kamzat was just...
You wind up on your back like he explodes
Not
out?
really. No, I don't, not often. I mean, Henzo did that with Maurice Smith. You should look that up. It's in rings. And there's a big size difference with that. And you have control and you have an arm isolated. It's really a problem. But listen, I'm not shitting on anything Kamzat did. I thought he was it was a masterclass in grappling.
Yeah.
And it was just as impressive as heck. I'm feeling the guy to give him the most trouble as I see on paper is
De Ridder or Hernandez?
De Ridder, I feel. Oh, you know what? Shit, man. There's also Fluffy Hernandez and there's also Kyle Barraro. Those are the three that are just... But when I look at De Ridder's jiu-jitsu, that could be something. That could be something, man. So I would love to see how that looked. Well, because his jiu-jitsu is really nice.
We got Imavov against Barajo, number 1 against number 6. They're fighting September the 16th, UFC Paris, and that people are thinking that the winner of that will get Hamzat. But again, I know De Ridder's 6 and Anthony is 7, but that fucking Hernandez is just so grueling. He's so grueling, man. I think that's the fight I would love to see is Anthony Hernandez against Chimaev. It won't be next, but it's the fight I would love to see.
Yeah, but if the Ridder's next, that'd be fucking great. Hey, what about where's Sean Strickland now in the rankings?
Is he 4th or 5th? I can look it up. I don't know why I'm asking into thin air when I could just look it up. I don't know if we have the most updated match.
Is he suspended? Or at least in Vegas because of that fight?
I don't know.
Yes, Sean is suspended. He's ranked number 2. All right, there you go.
Number 2? Wow, I don't know why I thought he was number 4.
So, I mean, he should be right there, Sean. You know? Yeah, I would love to. And Sean Strickland said he did well with him in grappling and training. They did train together. Kamzat saying it's bullshit, but, But, hey, man, I would love to see Sean Strickland versus Kamzat.
Strickland frustrates people, man. Like people who have a game plan against Strickland, he's a very frustrating. Although Hamzat's game plan may frustrate Sean too.
Yeah, but you don't see guys keeping Sean down. Right. He gets up. He's hard to get down. The reason why I think his grappling's way underrated. I just think he chooses to fucking beat people upstanding. I would love to see that. I would like to see De Ridder. I like Kyle Baharo. Man, there's so many.
They're fighting Imavov too. Don't forget Nasruddin Imavov. He's fighting Kaio.
Yeah, it's the 6th, and that's in Paris.
Yes. So they think that the winner of that fight probably gets. But who knows? Anthony Hernandez looks so good.
Hey man, he did. But yeah, listen. De Ridder just took out a former champion in Robert Whittaker in a great fight, in a growing fight, and man. I really like his jiu-jitsu. That's what I really want to see. Comes out with a guy who's that good on the floor. That could be interesting. Yeah. And Michael Venom Page, a guy with options at middleweight, he's saying.
Yeah, but something tells me Chimaev would be able to get a hold of him. I mean, as much as he frustrates everybody, I don't think there's anybody that Chimaev can't grab. Although Michael Venom Page hits hard, like he was landing some really solid shots on Cannonier. He's got knockout power.
So Jimmy, very exciting, very exciting. Protest and MVP. What is he saying here? Or why am I trying to scroll?
Very, very exciting fight. They could fight at but does MVP want to go back down to 170?
He's done it. I mean,
but nobody likes that. That's an extra 15 pounds. That's a huge drop.
Yeah, but then he's gonna be fighting Kamzat and guys like that. You know what I mean? So if he wants to be champ, if he has the decision to go to either one, if he can make 170,
Yeah.
Hey, I can't. It's new blood. It's exciting. We love Drakus. I was way off with my pick. I thought I thought he would do a better, but you got to give props. I'm not a hey. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Props to Khamzat. I'm always a fan of Khamzat. I thought maybe if he could do it, it'd be in the first round, but he showed great poise. He beat him up, and he did not rush things.
Right.
He didn't just blow his gas tank trying to finish him. Like he didn't do it. He didn't look. It wasn't amateur hour. He just totally dominated. There was more than one 10-8 round in there versus a guy that's a world beater. So
Yeah. Yeah, it was very, and you could see Drake like how frustrating that must be to know that they said within 20 seconds in every round. Except one round it took 30 seconds. I mean, he just took him down at will. And until I don't think anyone's been able to really stop him effectively for any length of time. Now MVP has been eyeing a way to fight. Oh, he wants to fight Leon Edwards in London. That's right. That's a big fight, but that would be at 170 at Leon's welterweight. But 185 options as well. So, all right, so he's willing to go back down to fight Leon. So he may have to go down and fight Carlos first to get to Leon. But that's a fight I'd like to see.
Dude. Hey, listen, we're so lucky to be fight fans. It's an exciting time. The Paramount deal coming up. That's great.
That's right.
Jimmy. That's how you say I sound. Jimmy.
Who's on? We have Wednesday. We have Anthony Hernandez, which I'm very psyched to talk to him again. And who else do we have? Or maybe we don't have our second guest. It's a surprise.
Ninja. All right. Jimmy, let's do all plugs. Congrats to the new champ, Khamzat.
Yes. If you want to see me, I'm on the road. You can come see me. I got North and South Carolina coming up, Georgia coming up, jimnorton.com. And that's it. Go watch my special, Unconceivable, on YouTube.
Unconceivable. Jimmy. Now you just keep saying Jimmy. Matt Serra channel on YouTube. We have fun. Had Keith Jardine in there. I just did a movie reaction to Jurassic World Rebirth.
The best one.
Dude, they're all the fucking same.
I know.
People were shitting on this one. I go, what is the difference? It's not bad. So if you enjoyed the other ones, then why wouldn't you enjoy this one? But if you really want to know my reaction, go to the Matt Serra channel on YouTube and subscribe. Jimmy, I can't wait for a couple of days because I'll be seeing you again.
Yeah, but a couple of days break is good. It's
what does it say? Oh, by the way, subscribe to the UFC Unfiltered YouTube channel.
Full-length episodes and the best moments.
We don't want this party to stop, myself and my Jimmy. We're having a good time. We've been doing this close to 9 years. We want to do it another 9.
Or at least another year.
We'll take it as it comes. Jimmy, we have so much fun. All right, guys, subscribe to that UFC Unfiltered on YouTube.
Yes, please.
And we'll see you in a couple of days.
All right, yeah, thanks, buddy.
Goodbye, everyone. One more time, the Barboza song. Barboza, Barboza, Edson Barboza.